Hey y'all, Melanated Magic here with another banger, your true spiritual thug. I hope that y'all been catching my gems in my other videos. Today I would like to talk to you about how to build self-confidence. And one of the things about lacking confidence and being insecure and having a lot of self-doubt stems from childhood. Usually teachers had a thing to do with it, your parents, the people that helped to raise you, depending on the things that you were told growing up. Like I know somebody, let me take off this jacket. I know somebody that grew up with their dad always calling them stupid. And everything that he, no, stupid, it's stupid this, stupid that. And well, that young man grew up to have a stuttering problem because of that inner insecurity that was built by his dad. And the thing is that as parents, we don't realize the damage, the long-term damage that we do to our children by belittling them. And the world is already against them because they're going to have to go deal with this huge, cruel world. And for it to start at home, at the schools with the teachers that are supposed to be elevating our children, right? And even social media puts us down because they give you this image that you have to be shaped a certain way. Like me, I'm a thick woman, you know. I have a bigger bone structure, and I love my figure. I love my shape, and I love myself. But other people that are not my size, that are smaller, and because I love to dress up, they look down on me and they stare at me, and you know, like what, I'm supposed to suddenly lower my self-esteem because you don't approve, you know. And I don't care what people think. I'm gonna walk with my head up high. Like yesterday we went somewhere and this guy was telling everybody Merry Christmas, but as soon as he saw my brown behind, oh, his face just started like, oh, good evening, you know. So I sarcastically said to my friend as we were walking away, oh, so much for Merry Christmas over here, huh? Even though I don't observe holidays, but you know, I'm not so against holidays that I don't go out with friends and wish people a happy holiday, right? Like we don't all have to believe the same thing. I've done my research, and it's not about it being a religious thing. It's just, for one, the holidays are not what they used to be. Not for me, you know, and all my family lives in another state. My son's already grown. So those things are not for me anymore. You know, I've outgrown them, but that doesn't mean that other people haven't, that they have to feel how I feel. You get it? So yeah, people will look down on you and all this stuff. And they're part of the reason why a lot of people are insecure. Why would the fuck you give a shit about what people think about you that ain't doing shit for you, first of all? Second of all, they probably have their own insecurities why they're trying to make you feel a certain type of way, you know, because they wish they had more shape like you, or they wish they had that beautiful smile, or those beautiful eyes, or that beautiful hair, whatever it is. You know, I used to have a relative that she, a cousin of mine, and she couldn't stand me like poison. Since we were little, she used to bully me and do all kind of things to me growing up, and she had it all. And I was raised being bounced around. I've never had that stability, those two-parent household, being dressed like a little girl, you know, treated like a princess. But she hated the one thing about me that she didn't have, you know. And that's what a lot of people do. They envy you. They have it all, but they envy you for that one thing that they lack, even though they have everything else and you probably don't have shit, but that one thing, you know. So what is it like to have low self-esteem? You feel like you don't deserve good things. You don't know how to receive things. When people are trying to bless you with something, you're shy about receiving things because you don't feel you're worthy of deserving it. Not thinking highly enough of yourself, that you just don't think much of yourself. You dress more simple because you think that you cannot dress up, because you're trying not to get more attention around you. Always criticizing yourself. Like I remember when I had low self-esteem and people would be like, oh my gosh, I love that outfit you're wearing, and I'll be like, oh, this old thing, you know, or you're so beautiful. I'm like, I don't know, are you looking in the right direction? Those are the type of things that you do when you have low self-esteem and a low self-confidence, right? Focusing constantly on your own weaknesses, and understand that Everybody has weaknesses. You have yours and other people's have theirs. And some people are good at hiding theirs, and some people's weaknesses are terrible, like that it impacts other people. But you shouldn't come down so hard on yourself because you have weaknesses. It just shows that you're a human, my love. Also, feeling unable to assert yourself. Like, I know that I was a procrastinator for a very long time, and I was not very assertive because of the fact that I didn't believe enough of in myself, because I was raised being called everything but a child of the Most High. Put it that way. And it took a lot for me to heal, which led to another thing, that I was always apologizing. So apologizing a lot is part of that low self-esteem. Or you're all constantly saying you're sorry, even when you have no reason to say sorry, avoiding challenges or trying to be perfect. No one in this world is perfect but the Most High. So a lot of times we get into people pleasing and being yes men, and we don't know how to say no because we don't want to be disliked. We don't desire for people to be like, oh, they'll start guilt tripping you, because people know when you lack self-confidence, and they try to low-key exploit that. You get me? Because they know it's hard for you to put your foot down. Feeling self-conscious about everything. Like me, look, I got this little hook on my nose. You see my nose sideways? I got this little hook on my nose, and I love it. That's part of what makes me me, right? I got little tiny eyebrows, I got so many things. I have huge hands for a woman, but I'm proportioned. I love myself. All my little, what you call flaws or whatever, that's part of your beauty, sweetheart. That's part of your outmake. And so being eager to please, being a yes man, always, the people don't really ultimately respect that. They exploit it and take advantage of it because they can, but they don't respect it, right? And so another thing is that if you have low self-esteem, you may have difficulty with relationships, or problems with friendships, or at work with people. Like, maybe you don't take constructive criticism well, and maybe people are not trying to disapprove, so they're just trying to offer you criticism, but because you're already used to that, and because you don't think so highly of yourself, then that low self-esteem comes in, where you start to withdraw from activities and being around people because you just rather not be judged. You may be doing anything anywhere that you may be judged or measured against other people. You get me? So everyone grapples with self-doubt. Even a person like me that has healed, that is highly confident, we all grapple with self-doubt. That's just part of our humanity. But the thing is not, even successful business owners have self-doubt. Life will put you in tests where you sometimes will doubt things, but but a little self-doubt is not only normal, it's healthy. A little bit. Not being, you should be able to reflect on opportunities, surround yourself around people who bring out the best in you, who celebrate you, who love you for you. Follow good energy, follow good people, surround yourself with those kind of people. And if you can't, I have moved around a lot, so a lot of times I didn't have friends until I started living somewhere and meeting people, but I would listen to a lot of motivational videos. I would even go to sleep to motivational videos, like I am videos, or ask affirmations, ask affirmations. Why am I so amazing? Why am I so intelligent? Why am I so intuitive? Why am I so healthy? Why am I so wise? Why am I a person that people love being around? Why am I and I'm trying not to use money type affirmations, because everybody always goes to the money thing, because we're talking about self-esteem, right? But something about asking, why am I, and putting something positive behind it that triggers your self-conscious, so it could bypass your conscience. And raising your self-awareness, right? Practicing self-compassion, being kind and gentle to yourself, not being so hard on yourself or punishing yourself for mistakes you've made in the past. Because remember, whatever's happened in the past, Correcting the behavior, yes, but not kicking yourself over and over. Like I did that for many years and over stuff that I didn't even do wrong. Always apologizing for things that wasn't even caused by me, or it wasn't my fault. Ultimately, I was not the one to blame, but I always was apologizing for everybody else because I just desired peace and for us to love each other. But everybody doesn't have that kind of heart. So don't allow those assholes to make you to doubt yourselves. Trust your own values. Trust your own gut instinct. But, so be compassionate to yourself. Build the positive relationships. There are very many beautiful people out there. Like I deal with these assholes all the time because I deal with the public all day long. But the majority of them are very kind people. So I don't let that one or two assholes damage the whole what do you call it, dynamic of what I'm doing, right? Because I understand that there's always going to be one or two assholes. There's always going to be the darkness that's trying to come, but I walk in the light so much that people can't help but to gravitate to it because I've healed myself. So people love my self-confidence because I'm able to love more on people because I've learned to love more on me. And the more I love me, the more I can love others because I can understand others because I've walked them out in a lot of those shoes, you know. Challenge yourself, practice, you know, give yourself a challenge and see if you can fulfill one thing at a time, and always talk positive affirmations to yourself. And if you don't know what to say, go to YouTube and put positive affirmations. I promise you're going to find tons of them. Or ask affirmations. You're going to find videos about that. And sleep to stuff that it will go into your self-conscious, you know. Those are some of the things I recommend. Just believing in yourself, not worrying about what people think, because everybody has shortcomings. Everybody has flaws. I don't care if it's the prettiest person in the world. They got to go to the toilet and shit just like everybody else. They got to go crouch down on that toilet and their shit stink just like everybody else. So don't worry about what people are thinking, because you matter too, and you're very special. You're chosen, honey. And that's why we're kind of weird and different and quirky. But you know what? I embrace my weirdness. I embrace my quirkiness. I embrace what makes me different and unique, because there's only one me, thankfully, because I'm a handful. But that's what I'm trying to tell you, to work on loving yourself more. And the more you love yourself, the more you're going to raise your standards, and the less bullshit you're going to tolerate. And you're going to know where to draw strong boundary lines to let people start knowing that there's a new sheriff in town, because you're not that old person anymore, because you're evolving into a better person, right? And for yourself, a better person for you. So I pray that this video touched you, that it helps you to think. I don't care who you are and what you've walked through in life. We're all different. Go and embrace what makes you happy, because nobody else can make you happy. Happiness is a choice. You choose happiness, because there are a lot of people waiting to be happy. Like, when I'm more confident, when I'm rich, when I have this, when I have that relationship, then I'll be happy. That is not going to make you happy. You have to choose to be happy, despite the hiccups that life throws our ways. That's where you start. And the happier you become, you realize, you start seeing things from a different aspect. You get me? You understand? I hope you do. Go put that in your pipe and smoke it. And I'm going to see you in the next video. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button. Hit that notification bell so you can catch my videos whenever I post. And I'll catch you on the next one, because this is your true spiritual thug, trusting heavenly universal guidance. I love y'all so much. Peace. I'm out.